All right, welcome out to today's advisory report. It is August 27th, 2026. All the gauges have flipped green for us. Looks like we might be moving out of that tightening consolidation that we had just above the 20-day moving average. If things hold, that setup would have been very, very good. Usually the best setups give you a little bit of fear before they turn the right direction. You can see some outperformance here in some of the strategies that we have, moving back to offense in our positioning. Things are looking very bullish to the upside. We'll continue to monitor to make sure that that continues to be the case. And if not, we will get defensive really, really quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the intermediate trend. This is the weekly chart, the SP 500 compared to the 30-week moving average. We are above here. You can see that little curl up. Just for retrospect, here's the beginning of 2026. And you can see the problems at the beginning, a launch out, a consolidation, and everything looks good from this standpoint. It hasn't been as easy as this looks, though. Looking back at the short-term trend, there's been a lot of turbulence, a lot of volatility, a lot of uncertainty back and forth, but things seem to be kind of panning out the way that we want them to pan out. A big thrust up here out of this 2-month-long consolidation depicted the bullishness in the short term by the green area in between the 20-day and price a challenge, but a pullback back here, challenging the bull trend. There we go. Tightening, very, very constructive. You can see these bars playing within this larger range bar right here. The candle actually, and then we drew a line. We said above the line, we're gonna get more bullish, a breakout back up. Now looking for some confirmation, some follow through to the top side. Could be very short period of time and we might be into new highs. And then again, of course, anything can happen and we could be a failed breakout like we had up here and a dip down. A failed breakout could dip down to the 50-day. So that's why this needs to be consistently monitored, and that's what we do here at our firm. Let's jump on over the market lens and take a look at some of the positions we have inside of the ultra aggressive account. We took on some new positions today. Let's see how things are panning out. We mentioned yesterday CrowdStrike, a thunderous move up in CrowdStrike on earnings yesterday. Today, a nice follow through. Let's see where we finished up for the day. At one point, we were up 19%. There we are at the very top of the range. This will be a little bit of resistance area, so we'll look to see if this wants to thrust through. A pullback would be normal, but you can see 20% on the day for CrowdStrike. Unfortunately, we did have to play a little defense here moving in, so we did have to sell a little bit of our positioning, but we still have enough to be able to take advantage of this amazing earnings gap today. Some might be adding to that. We chose not to. We diversified a little bit into some other areas that were looking strong. Took on a new position inside of Palantir today, just getting started, looking for some confirmation, but you can see here was a nice consolidation and a move up on strength, closing near the high of the range. So we now have some Palantir in our portfolio. Hinge we added to a little bit today, but we got top wicked as there was eventually some selling on kind of the move into newer highs. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple day pullback and then maybe find some support and then turn back up to challenge new highs again. A new position in iBit. We've been waiting for this just to settle down. Not sure, this is kind of a short consolidation, but with this type of thing, if this thing moves, we didn't want to be left behind. So we did take a starter position inside of iBit. We have took a position inside of DRAM today, DRAM. This is actually the ETF for the memory stocks. A nice consolidation. You can see getting contracting, tightening up, and then a move up. Even though we closed down from the highs and we still need to get above the 50-day moving average, which proved to be resistance before. We did a starter position. We'll look for some follow through and some confirmation higher before adding to it. And HPE has been a position for us for a little while now, surviving that big pullback. Now maybe a turn back up. Earnings on September 2nd. We have reduced a little bit, so we're going to try to see, as long as it stays in range, we'll play it through the earnings. That's what I got for today. Take care. Have a wonderful afternoon. We'll be